Previously, we've introduced our core series portfolio of pressure-sensitive adhesives to you. Ilse has talked you through the 7 key benefits of using the portfolio. And now we need to talk a bit about how do we select from the 41 products the right product for your bonding and lamination need. So the core series product selection tool was created to streamline that adhesive construction selection process and the gathering of the information. So it walks the users through the information gathering process by following 4 simple steps that assist in determining the correct adhesive for the application. And those steps, very briefly, are, first of all, what are we laminating to? Second of all, the mounting surface, what's the surface energy of that? In step 3, what are some of the service parameters that we need to consider for that tape to perform? And in the 4th step, what are some of the other criteria that we need to consider in actually selecting the right tape construction?
Andrew, before we dive into the 4 different steps, let me summarize very briefly the 7 benefits that the core series offers, because I want our customers really to understand what's in it for them. So the 7 benefits. First of all, it will be easier for you to do business with Avery Dennison. It offers you a fast turnaround for quotations. We have a minimum quantity of 1 master roll. Your order will be shipped within 4 calendar days. We offer a rapid sampling service. There's also a sample binder in place. And last but not least, we have the product selection tool with the 4 steps that we are going to talk about in the next modules.
So let's now talk into with a little bit more detail about the first step, the lamination step, which is to what kind of materials you will laminate your tape. For example, urethane foams, polyether foams, polyester foams, could also be higher density foams. Rubber foams like EPDM and neoprene, for example. Silicone foams. Then we have the class of non-wovens, felts and fabrics. Then you could also come across films or foils with different surface energy levels, going from medium to high and to low energy. Metal surfaces can also be frequently encountered, and that these metals could be painted or plain. And also other building materials that you can encounter in the industry. Now these materials, that information we have tried to capture in a kind of a selection table, where on the left you again see the 9 adhesive families that we explained previously, and in the columns you see all the different classes of materials we just went over, and then by means of these selection circuits you can see that whether the materials are fit for certain adhesive families.
René, there's quite some information in this table. Could we maybe make this a bit more concrete and have like a real example? So let's say I'm a customer and I have a dense urethane foam. So how do I proceed then?
Yes, let's try to make it a bit more clearer by taking a specific example to walk through this. So a dense urethane foam, you said. Let's go again to the selection table, where there is a specific column number 3 for this class of materials, high density urethane foams like Poron. And then immediately you see via the selection circles that high adhesion rubber and tackified acrylic are the right families to achieve a good bonding to this type of material.
Okay, so we've got our first step on the lamination. And I think that what the table also shows with its wide selection of surfaces, that this is the 80% of bonding and application needs that are commonly encountered. So, but that's only the first step. The next step, which is when we look at the surface energy of the material that we're going to mount this urethane foam to, is going to be considered.